Kiwi as an organization, we started with realizing the importance of food as a commodity in our life. Food is a commodity which actually become our true belongingness. Though in our life cycle we have so many products, we attach ourselves to so many commodities which we think to be our false belongingness, such as our house, our cars, our watch, the attire we put on, the style we have, the statement we have, the place we live in, the city we live in. These become the country we live in. These become our belongingness, and for a portion they are right, but they are not a true belongingness of a human soul and body. The true belongingness of a human soul and body is food, because it is because of food what you as an individual becomes, from what a child becomes to an adult or to an elder. This idea of the belongingness of food to yourself is very important idea, and from there we started, because I also, fortunately, me and Nupur, who started this company together, we come from a family which has been doing with lot of conventional businesses over a period of time. Especially I come from a family where it has been dealing with food from almost like 6 to 7 generations. I mean, we've been dealing food for more than 100 years, and I've realized that fact that the food conventional nature will never change. The food perishability will never change. The food pureness will never change. You know, in the times to come and times to go, the recipe might change, the taste bud might change, the cuisines might change, but the health will not change. And that's where the birth of Kiwi and the inception of Kiwi is. That Kiwi believe that food is an important and the most important commodity when it comes to human belongingness. And over a period of time, it is food which we relate to in the most, and it is food which gives us the overall, the healthy lifestyle. Our name itself, Kiwi, which KI stands for Kisan and WI stands for window. KIWI, Kiwi. Kisan Window is a window of opportunity for the farmer of this country to be able to sell their product at a better price, to a better audience, to a better value system. And this is a platform not just for the farmers of this country, but this is a platform for the consumer to be able to get those produced at a fair price. And it is a very thin line when a farmer need to get a fair price and a consumer need a fair price. We all want a farmer to get a fair price, but whenever there is an inflation in the market and potatoes and tomatoes and onions are at peak, government falls. So there is a thin line between a farmer fair price and a consumer fair price. We at Kisan Window, at that sensitive thin line, we try and create justice to that. Not just by creating justice in terms of our understanding of what price is, but in the understanding what price should be for the consumer, because the real market is the supply and demand, and we understand the supply and demand of a commodity. We understand the need of the farmers. We also understand the input of the farmer which he has put. So supply and demand, also considering the inputs and the hard work and the hardship and the technique and know-how which a farmer has put in, and then it is reaching out to a true value to consumers. See, we at Kisan Window have never called ourselves as a only organic brand. I mean, I'm coming to the overall health factor now, and when I say we are not just an organic brand, but we are a health and wellness brand. Not that we do not sell organic products. Yes, we have organic categories in our food product, but when we say we are a health and wellness brand, what does it mean? It means that organic is our values. Organic is just one of the ways of fulfilling our value system. Organic is not our value system. Our value system is health. Our value system is wellness. See, we believe that organic is one of the way of being healthy. So clubbing these two things together, there are multiple things which comes under those baskets, but clubbing the quality and non-contamination together is where Kiwi brings its overall umbrella. And being just certified organic is one of our trees in that umbrella. But we have several other trees which fulfill the overall health of a human being. That's why there are brands who just take benefit of a trend called organic. We do not take organic as a trend, but we take organic as one of the medium of fulfilling our value system, which is health. Coming back to farmer and our integration, similarly, the value which we want to put in the consumer when it comes to giving him the right value added products, when it comes to non-contamination, when it comes to natural and pure, and when it comes to good quality, and when it comes to highly nutritious food. we also put that knowledge and put that demand from a farmer point of view. We encourage him to grow that stuff. When he grows that stuff, obviously the price which he is giving to Kiwi, or which he is getting it anywhere where he's bringing out his product, he's not just liable to give it to Kiwi. But the farmers we work with is also encouraged in fulfilling not just the organic section of it, but all the baskets of being healthy. And when he takes care of a basket of overall being healthy, he takes care of the consumer himself. Kiwi is just a platform for him to be able to sell, for us to be able to reach out to the consumer. We look at products as a wholesome commodity. We look at product as a wholesome nutrition value. When it comes to a commodity, it is looked at as at a certain way where you don't have to look at just being an organic. You have to look at it being nutrition also. So Kiwi Kisan Window looks at its product from all the aspects of being healthy. Whether it is organic, whether it is somebody asks for vegan, somebody asks for gluten free, somebody asks for, there are so many health preferences when it comes to consumer. We try and reach out to those preferences individually. We try and reach out to those preferences in particular in micro level when it comes to consumer, when it reaching out to consumer, and we try and reach it out to the farmer in terms of his growth, in terms of his producing the product, in terms of him valuing adding the product at farm level on those parameters, so that his overall growth, not in relation with Kiwi, but overall growth in relation to his as a farmer, in relation to him as an entrepreneur. We look at our farmer as an entrepreneur, as a farm entrepreneur who is also supplying it to not just brands like not the organization like ours, but multiple organizations. And tomorrow organization comes and is willing to pay more than what Kiwi is willing to pay because they have got a better demand. I mean, he is more than happy and free to be able to go there. So that's how we say it is a sustainable and a free and liberate model of empowering farmers, at the same time giving them a fair platform to be able to sell their products till the time they feel happy, they feel connected, they feel belongingness, they feel value for their product. And they are also free to go in the open market, to go to better players, to go to a better market, because the product which they are growing is of international standards, the quality which they are growing, and that's where India has been lacking. We have never been focusing on quality. We've always been focusing on masses. We've always been focusing on numbers. We've always been focusing on volumes. We've always been focusing on producing more and more, but producing right and good and quality is what Kiwi believes is most important than producing more. So we don't want to sell more, we don't want to produce more, we want to sell right, we want to produce right, we want to produce with good quality, we want to sell to the good consumer who is looking at his body as his pure soul of feeding it with food, feeding it with right food, feeding it with healthy food. Kiwi has achieved in having its own company-owned store since 2017, since our inception. Couple of stores, 2 stores in Dehradun. We are coming up with a 3rd store very soon. Kiwi has also been able to achieve by sending its products not just in the country but in the UAE market. We have a huge distribution network in UAE, and we've been sending consistent products to UAE, to Dubai. Kiwi has been successful in addressing to a lot of other cities which are conscious towards food, such as Chandigarh, Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, few other cities. We have been trying to send our products. A distribution network is something which we've achieved in terms of in our own city in Dehradun, and we've tried this network to be able to function in other cities. But the core of our model has always been company-owned store, because we have fresh fruits and vegetables at our store, which attracts consumer in the kind of presentation, the kind of pricing, and the kind of hygiene we offer. You see, we have our own app, we have our own e-com system. We are on all e-com platform you can think of. We are on our own e-com place. We are on physical stores. We are on distribution network. We are exporting our products. So when it comes to functionality, it is more functional than your Amazon. It is more functional than your Netflix. And when it comes to functionality, you can just click on an app and order your fresh fruits and vegetables, your fresh salads, your fresh juices, your grocery products on a basis of that you want to order something healthy. You are looking for an alternative food product. Kiwi Kisan Window is not just a grocery store. It has never been a grocery store, and we will not be a one-stop solution for a lot of other, in comparative to a lot of other one-shop solution stores. Our focus is to be an alternative store. Our focus is to be a boutique store. Our focus is to be an alternative medium of supplying healthy product. And to answer your question, when it comes to technology, it becomes a very important part for us to be enabling us through technology, and for us to enable consumer through technology. Yes, we do follow international standards, we do follow USDA organic standards, we do follow European Union organic standards, we follow Indian organic standards. But other than that, what is that we offer more? Because this is what is being offered by all the organic and health brands in the country, in the world. But something which we offer, which is unique, is a plan for folk to farm to fork model, is a plan from source to end model, is a plan for is a plan for being able to be transparent in terms of farm to fork model. When it comes to scalability, the challenge of being a physicality of us having a store, having products, having a factory, having a processing unit is always there. But it is highly scalable because we are in a commodity which is highly consumable. We are in a commodity which is highly producible. We are in a commodity which is highly processable. This is the most consumable, most processed, most produced commodity. So scale was always there. What is that we can enable that scale in terms of our operations, in terms of our offering, in terms of how we reach out to consumer, in terms of what representation we have, what quality we have. Those standards, those benchmarks, those standard operation system SOPs has been made, those procedures had been made. Now it is in terms of just increasing volumes. From 2 stores you want to go out to 4 stores, and from there the journey starts with not looking back. So the scalability through technology, when we have incorporated SAP, we have incorporated other technologies in terms of our process, in terms of how we sell it, in terms of how we look at it, in terms of how we collect the product from the farmers, in terms of how we tell the consumer that where it has come from. All these technologies had been integrated, had been interlinked, and we at a physical level are more than scalable, because we've been dealing with consumers since day one. We know the background of our product since day one. Till today, we have dealt with more than 6 lakhs consumer on one-to-one manner. Kiwi has been a brand which from day one went on the grounds to take the consumer feedback from the consumer, direct from the consumer, by being a retail store. We was never a brand. We banged on other distribution networks. We banged on other e-com platform. We have been doing that subsequently. We've been doing that after a while when we launched ourselves as a store. So we have related to a consumer. We have got ourselves directly in connection with the consumer, and from there we took a feedback of our pros and cons, and now we have become a model which is very scalable, because we know exactly when it comes to retail what consumer wants. We know exactly when it comes to health and overall wellness what consumer wants. When we know exactly what are the varieties we need to have. And the biggest strength, and again the challenge for us, is that we have the largest health food product range a brand could have. We have almost 1200 products. A multinational brands of organic brand have 200, 300 products. We have a 1200 product range in a small setup, in a small organization, where we have been able to crack the code of being able to do 1200 health and wellness product, certified organic product, healthy conscious product in a limited span of time. I think ball has already started rolling. We need to just formulate on this level of scale. We have made our SOPs very strong. We have made our processes very strong. We have put down the technology and software of the top level in the world. I mean, they are the top notch when it comes to doing the process in a technical manner. And when it comes to consumer, he or she is being given the best technological way of either buying it or knowing it, where the product is coming from, and to have trust over the overall brand. So Kiwi has its standards on an international level. We started as a bootstrap company from a very, I would say, a semi-urban and a rural place. We have a factory in. We started a place like Dehradun. If we are able to succeed with our store in Dehradun, there is no looking back to us for a place like Chandigarh, Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Bombay. I mean, these places have much more opportunity than Dehradun. So for us to be able to succeed in a small town, for us to be able to succeed in a small capital, in a small state, in an Himalayan state where there is an influencer, all urban, rural, semi-urban, all sort of population, we are a pact where we can offer to an house help, and we can offer to that house owner, and we can offer to the real estate owner at the same store. So there is not disparity when it comes to consumerism. Our pricing is such, our quality is such that every individual wants to have it. So yes, we have been a very price conscious when it comes to looking at masses, but at the same time, you cannot compare our prices with the low quality, with the low grade products available commonly in the market. And a conscious consumer, whether he's a marginalized consumer or he's a comfortable when it comes to economic background consumer, he always looks at it, a consumer which who looks at it as his own health, as an overall wellness. He looks at food as a most important aspect, and price is something which do justice for both consumer. And when I say it is a thin line between consumer and farmer, so it does justice to the farmer, it does justice to the consumer, and it is a sustainable business model. So scalability is there, the right price for the consumer is there, and the overall growth for us comes in terms of it's being very fast consumable model, very fast consumable product. So you want to go to a Kiwi store almost on every second day. You want to go to a Kiwi store almost thrice or 4 times in a week. That's where our scalability comes. That's where our viability comes, and that's where our affordability comes. So we are a brand for all and from all the farmers in this country.